So today I'm finally doing the much requested video all about my fake tanning routine. This has been, no joke, my most requested video ever. And I was kind of just putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. I don't know why I was putting it off. I was putting it off because I wanted to do this when I actually had to fake tan, and I don't know why, it just never worked out. But today I'm sitting down, I'm fake tanning from almost start to finish. This is going to be a really long video. I'm actually going to show you guys like on half of my body one tan and on the other half the other tan. So let's just jump right in because this is going to be a very long video and I have a lot to say. So first I'm going to go through my favorite products, then I'm going to go through my process, and then that'll be it. You will have the foolproof way to fake tan your body without looking fake. Now, I just want to preface this by saying that I have been through almost every fake tan possible on the market. I have tried it all. I have looked so orange in the past. In high school, I think my nickname was like Oompa Loompa. And I was like, I'm not orange, I'm tan. And looking back, I was orange. I would use the Jergens Natural Glow, which maybe they've reformulated it recently, but when I used it, I was so orange. It hurts to look at. I feel like you hear about this when you watch a self-tan video, you always hear about loving tan, and that is because honestly it is one of the best tanners on the market. It beats Saint Tropez tanner out by a landslide, and that's hard for me to say because I was like a huge Saint Tropez fan. Like I would tan myself at least once a week with that. It's not a bad tan, but this is just so much better. I feel like it gives you a more even tan. This, I use the color Ultra Dark. I like Ultra Dark more than Dark because I feel like Dark has more of that orangey undertone, whereas this is more like an olivey undertone. It's just what I've picked up. They also have the 2-Hour Express, which I really like too. And normally I put it on at night, always, because by the morning I'm like flawless, but sometimes I will put this on during the day and I'll wear it throughout the day. It's not sticky after the first maybe minute or so if you let yourself dry really well. Like I said, it's not orange. You do have a color guard. I'm gonna just start off by saying I don't use fake tanners that don't have a color guard because you are setting yourself up for a disaster. You are literally just taking a shot in the dark. Like, you don't know if you got it everywhere. You don't know if it's streaky. I don't understand people who don't use a color guard. And I know like with $1 Million Tan, that's one of the ones that I don't really love because their color guard was just like I couldn't see it. This is like my number one go-to. Now this is my number one go-to, let's say if I have to go out that night, if I have an event, if I want to be like really dark. It is more of like a intense kind of color, especially if you go with the Ultra Dark. So it is a little bit deeper, a little bit darker, but if I want to look extra bronze and extra glowy, I will definitely put this one on. It says it's professional strength, quick dry, and a natural olive color, and all of those things are definitely 100% true. It is an olive color, it is very quick drying, and it just applies really effortlessly. I find that even if the color guard kind of doesn't look perfect, once you wash it off and you are left with your tan, it actually does look perfect. I also find that it doesn't latch onto my dry areas like the Saint Tropez did, like around my wrists, around my elbows. Honestly, I'm so accustomed to that tanner smell that it doesn't even bother me anymore. But once you wash the tanner off, you're not going to smell like it, and it doesn't have like an overwhelming tanner smell. Sticking on with the same kind of moussey consistency, mousses are my favorite. I have been loving the TanCeuticals CC Color and Correct Self Tanning Body Mousse in the color Dark. Oh my god, for every day, like obviously you're not tanning every day, but if you just want a little pick-me-up, this is by far my favorite tanner. Like, I don't know which one I like more. They're both different. I feel like this one is a lot more nourishing, a lot more hydrating, and the tan on this fades like a champ. Like, you are not going to get those things flying off of you. You know when you're dry and you start cracking and your tan looks all weird, especially in the winter. Oh my god, don't look at my legs after like a week. But this is not going to do that. Like, honestly, this fades so beautifully, so long lasting. Like, this tan lasts me almost 2 weeks, and I just find that it gives you the most natural look. It's not like wham bam in your face like loving tan. It's more of like a natural sun-kissed glow, but you're still really dark. It has the perfect undertone. I love this. I used their cream once, and then I got the tanning mousse. They're both phenomenal. The color is amazing. This one is infused with acai berry, argan oil, and pomegranate extract to moisturize, repair, and firm your skin, which is 100% true. Normally after you self-tan, you might feel like you're very dry because they say not to put moisturizer on before, which I don't listen to that. So it also says that it has a fresh coconut scent that completely eliminates the self-tanner smell everyone dislikes. I honestly love the way this smells. Like, it's not even like, oh, I don't love the way self-tanner smells. I actually genuinely like the way that this smells. This one just looks like so sun-kissed and natural, and you also get the moisturizing properties. Obviously, when your skin is moisturized, your tan is going to look better. Like, it's just a given, because when your skin is dry or not moisturized, that is when your tan is going to crack or attach to dry patches. So because it's so moisturizing, you don't really have to worry about that. Another thing is, because it doesn't have that smell, I put this on in the morning, let's say, and I can wear it all day. It dries down to the point where you don't even feel it. In my Club and Get Ready With Me, I use the Bronze Shimmer Luminous Cream, and this is I use if I don't have time to self-tan, or if I want to amplify my self-tan. Normally, if I'm going out, I will use both because I'm just that extra. This is not like going to tan you. This is just like an instant fix. It has shimmer in it, and it really I find it really smooth and blurs your skin. It looks really good. I have ultra dark and dark. I personally like ultra dark, obviously, but I personally like my bottle's almost done, and I really love this stuff. Like, whenever I'm feeling like my outfit isn't 100% right, I will put this on and it brings everything together. It's amazing in the summer, or even in the winter. Let's say you have an event to go to and you want to look really bronze when no one else is looking bronze because it's the middle of February. You're gonna look really, really amazing. It's not too sparkly to the point where you're going to look insane, like you have chunks of glitter, but it gives you like a really nice finish, so when the light catches you, you just look like you're glowing. Ever since I got this, my life has changed for the better. Like, I can't imagine putting on my fake tan without this, and honestly, because it is such good quality, it's like a velvet almost, I don't even know, velour, like I don't know what this is, but it is so thick and luxurious, and it just smooths it around so easy. I find that some other tanning mitts are kind of cheaply made. If you don't own a Loving Tan mitt, oftentimes you can find codes online to get a free one with your bottle. I personally cannot apply my tanner with everything else. I even apply this with a Loving Tan mitt. It is just revolutionary. They really came in and changed the game of the Loving Tan mitt applicator, because it is so good. I have the Tanceuticals one. Not as good. When it comes to tanning my back, they do have some things to help you. This is the Loving Tan Easy to Reach Premium Quality Back Applicator. My issue with this thing is that, yeah, like you can get it, but this thing is so small that you're probably gonna end up with like streaks on your back. I don't reach for this, and yeah, I would pass on this personally. Now for my face tanner, I used to use just the regular tanner on my face, and I used to clog my pores like no tomorrow. So I stopped using that. It never broke me out or anything, it just really clogged my pores. So oh my god, this is a life changer. If you have one thing to take away from this video, it is this. It's the Tanceuticals Self-Tanning Face Lotion. First of all, it smells amazing. Second of all, it doesn't break me out. Sometimes I'll put on like my treatment at night, like my peel treatment, like my lactic acid, and then I'll put this on top. And what I like about this is you wake up and you're like, I look really good. When I used to put the actual tanner on my face, I would wake up and be like, oh my god, I'm scary. This one, you wake up and you just look so glowy, so much better. Now I'm going to kind of get onto my application routine. There are a few staple things that I do before any time that I fake tan. The first thing is that I always fake tan at night, or even if I fake tan in the morning, I always have to shower before. And in the shower, I always exfoliate. I use an exfoliating mitt. I use the Loving Tan one, or Sephora has this one. It's really good. It literally just exfoliates your skin away. You want to make sure to pay special attention to your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, your feet, your ankles, your knees, your neck, this area, I don't know, anywhere that I know that it can kind of like dry and catch on to dry patches, I really exfoliate well. And I exfoliate my body before I shave, because then you can get a closer cut. The first step is always exfoliate and shave to get a nice smooth canvas for your tan. The next thing I do is always moisturize my body. Now, all tanning companies are probably like, no, don't do that. I don't really care, because I find that it really helps with my tanning application. I obviously don't use a really oily body cream when I tan. I have been loving the Creme de Corps from Kiehl's. I find that this is amazing when you tan. You always want to moisturize, even if you don't want to moisturize, like let's say your arms or anything, you want to moisturize your hands, your wrists, your elbows, your knees, and your feet, because that is where your color is going to tend to grab. So make sure you moisturize that first, is like the most important thing you can do. The next thing I do is I go in and I apply my tanner. Now I obviously use a mitt like I said, but a really important thing that people I find don't do when they become streaky is they don't put enough. My whole arm gets 3 pumps, and I think like most people use 1, but this is really, I find, the key to getting us application that is so flawless, because let's say you're trying to like really smooth out 1 pump all over your arm, you're obviously going to have areas that don't get that covered, but if you have a lot, you're going to be able to cover that whole arm completely, and you're not even going to have to worry about streaks. I go through tanner pretty fast, but my tan application always looks flawless. After I have my tanner done, I will go in and I will put an extra little bit of either the face cream, the face tanner, or more body cream, and just kind of like rub it in my elbows, my wrists, my fingers. I like to fake tan once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending how busy I am. I did TanCeuticals like 2 weeks ago, and this is what I have left. I think it's really important to maintain your tan in between the time that you're doing a full out like mousse tan, because if you're maintaining it, it's going to last that much longer. Favorite way to maintain it is by using this Bioderm Eau de Bronzant Tonique in French, and I spray this on like after my shower maybe every 3 days, and it literally, I just rub it in. It doesn't smell, and it is really good at maintaining the tan. The worst look of a tan is when it starts to crack and fade and you have like splotches everywhere. Like, that is a disaster. This is also good if you want to get like a little bit of a tiny tint of a tan. It's obviously not going to give you a drastic tan. Like, I don't feel like it's strong enough. It's going to give you like a little bit of a tan and a glow. Clearly you can see I just applied both on my body. Can you tell the difference? I can't really tell that much of a difference. They kind of look exactly the same. So this side has TanCeuticals. This side has Loving Tan. This one smells amazing. This one smells like fake tan. So if that is something that you really are affected by, then definitely check out TanCeuticals, because their smell, it doesn't really smell like anything. For my wrists or ankles, like I said, I just go in with whatever is left and rub it. And I do the exact same thing on my legs and my body. Tanning takes me maybe 2 minutes to do my whole body. I think my biggest tip has to be putting enough on your little mitt. So I'm about to go to bed. I just wanted to show you guys what the difference in the tan look. This is Loving Tan. This is TanCeuticals. So you can see that the Loving Tan is a little bit darker, but they both look very natural. So yeah, that is basically it. That's all the products I use. That's how I do it. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions about tanning, feel free to comment down below. Ask me on Instagram. I'm always checking out, I'm always answering people on Instagram, so definitely follow me on there if you just want to interact. I'm showing you my favorite products. I've shown a few of these actually on Instagram, so definitely follow me on there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.